Welcome my friend, today I am excited to begin this lesson. Welcome my friend, today I'm so excited to begin this lesson. What difference have you found? Was there one better than the other one? I betcha my friend that the second one felt more excited. And if you said so, yes, you're right, because in the second phrase I use something that is called intensifier. And when you master using intensifiers, your speech will naturally become more confident and you'll feel more fluent and at ease when you speak this language. So if you're really curious to know how to sound extremely more confident, just stick around because we're about to begin. The moment you're speaking another language, I'm telling you by experience, you don't always have in mind exactly the words you would use in your own language. This is because you are learning it, so maybe your vocabulary is not as good as you want it to be. You may want to say something and you have an attribute in your mind for it, but it's not exactly the attribute you need.
No, today I'm not free. I'm not free, I say.
And this is why we have intensifiers. Basically, they communicate the intensity of whatever you're feeling at the moment. They regulate the volume of what you are saying. There are words to increase the intensity and words to decrease the intensity. But there are so many intensifiers that to better understand them, we're gonna use temperatures as an example. We're going to use the word hot as a reference point, and we're going to regulate the intensity of the temperature thanks to the intensifiers. Let's begin with today is not so hot. If you are so far from what you're talking about, then you can definitely say not so to identify exactly this distance. For example, you're talking about a movie and you want to say that that movie is not so long. Today is not so cold. This book is not so interesting. There are a lot of ways to use it. Now let's move a little closer and we have the word soro. It's sort of hot. Now look at the pronunciation. You're not gonna say sort of, but you're gonna put them together. Soro, soro. Say that you're on the beach, it's summer, around 10 in the morning. The sun is up and it's starting to become hot. That's sort of hot. Or the moment you're waiting to eat your soup. It's not burning, you could drink it, but you prefer to wait because it's sort of hot. Now let's move a little closer and we have the word kinda. As you can see, kinda is a little closer to the word hot. Once again, you're not gonna say kind of, but you're gonna join them together and you're gonna say kinda. Let's say you kept watching this video realizing that, hey, this is kinda interesting. These are words that I didn't know. You can also use intensifiers to describe colors. For example, what color is the dress of the woman in the middle? It's not so yellow, but it's not even orange. So we can say, it's sort of yellow, or even it's kinda yellow. Alright, on with the next one, pretty. This word is pretty used, and every time you use it, you're going to stay very close to actually what you meant. If this is a pretty hot day, which actually it is, you may feel it because, as you can see, I'm wearing a t-shirt and I'm pretty hot. And of course, this too can be used in a lot of different ways. I'm pretty happy. This is a pretty interesting idea. This road is pretty trafficy. And if we get even closer to hot, we're gonna have quite. The word quite is right before the word you mean, okay? So when you use it, means that basically you're already there, but you wanna kinda lessen the degree a little bit. This is quite heavy. I feel quite confident. The plane took off quite on time. Now let's go beyond hot, and the first word we have is the word so. Today is so hot. This video is so interesting, right? I so want to press the like button down here, don't you, right? Yes. I so want to subscribe to this channel. Yeah, absolutely, because I can so learn so much. Yeah, just pay attention not to overuse it, but yeah, it can be very, very useful. When you use the word so, you kind of mean to emphasize the words you are pronouncing, like literally the words you're pronouncing. If I ask you, how tired are you? And you tell me, I'm so tired. I don't believe you. You're communicating a stronger emotion. So you have to say something like, I'm so tired. You really need to emphasize it. So it's very powerful for that reason. Alright, the next one is pretty common. This is something you already know. We went to so and now we're going to very. I use it so many times because it's very useful. Whenever you want to communicate an extra degree of whatever attribute you're using, the word very is the first that probably comes to your mind. This is very glamorous. This feels very cozy. This was very disappointing. But wait, we haven't done yet, because now we got really. When you use really, as you can see, you are 2 degrees more than the word you're using, than the attribute you're using. So it means that what you say is really important. I'm really excited about this video. You can see it, yeah. He's really surprised. I'm really falling asleep here. This class is really big. Okay, and now we're starting to get a little crazy here because the next one is extremely. If you're extremely tired, basically you can't even keep your eyes open. Or I'm extremely interested in this topic, I want to know everything, I'm gonna write down a comment right down here because I'm extremely involved in it. You want to use a lot of emotions when you use the word extremely, alright? You are talking about something to the extreme, and this is where we're getting at, and we haven't even finished yet, because after extremely we got insanely. And when you use insanely, it means that whatever you are talking about is to an insane level. Insane is when you're not sane, you're not actually capable, all right, to understand it. So like it's a lot beyond. Today is insanely hot. It's basically the middle of August and you're just boiling on the sofa. You got the point. When you use insanely, it's because you are really beyond the point and to the very extreme of it. After insanely, we have the word too. And down here, my friend, means that you are past the limit. You are over the limit. There's nothing there, basically. So that, let's say that you say it's insanely hot. You may still want to go outside out in the sun. You're pretty crazy probably, but you can do that. If you say it's too hot, means that you're not going outside because it's too hot. You're gonna stay home in the pretty fresh atmosphere of your house, right? So that's all for today's lesson. We have learned so much. We have learned all of the intensifiers. Let me know down in the comment which is your favorite, the one you use the most. That's all for today and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!